What is going on, YouTube? Been about a month. Hope all y'all are doing well. I'm over here in Decatur, Illinois, heading to Old Horse Cave, Kentucky. Life is good. Hope y'all's life is doing good. Hope everybody is doing well. Believe today or a day after this or right around this moment in time has been 2 years I've been a contractor with Prime Incorporated, Prime Inc. And the only reason I know that is because Google Photos showed me, do you remember this from 2 years ago? And it was me taking pictures of my first trainer's bucket of shit in his truck. Good times, good times. So I guess, good video to make 2 years in. Would I change anything? Do I have any regrets? Do I have any anything that I do differently? Do I believe it's been a overall, sum of all parts, good experience since I've been here and been pulling prime freight? And over this 2 years, I've completed 2 leases, finished training, completed 2 leases, and now I have my own truck that I'm purchasing with my name on the side. And when I was at the hotel 2 years ago, looking at all the other trucks, my goal was I want a truck with my name on the side. And we're here. We have accomplished that goal, and we'll get into that later on, but I can't complain. And take everything I say with a grain of salt, because as much as I can say, there's people every day that turn their truck in at the terminal and are selling all their shit. So your mileage will vary. I don't know your work ethic. I don't know your ability to get shit done. I don't know your propensity to make an excuse rather than just to get shit done. I don't know who you are if you're watching as a person. All I can tell you is from my perspective, and I'm just a lazy asshole who wants to make some money and wants to get somewhere and decided it's time to do that. But, so 2 years, nothing's changed since my year review, really. Freight's been slow. Apparently freight has slowed down. There's been plenty of videos. Oh, the freight market's gone to shit. We ain't making as much as we used to. I've been constantly running. I still have not made a check lower than my last job or my previous jobs. And if that ever is the case, then I will sit here and say, okay, freight's getting bad, or it's 1 week. Right? You can't base, is the freight market bad off of 1 week? Especially out here, it depends on where you're going, when your shit picks up, yada, yada, yada. But I don't run hard. I still would sit here and say I don't get up and start running all my hours out. I try to do 8 hours a day, and I'll park this bad boy. I try to drive from 8 p.m. to about 4 to 5 a.m. just for me, and especially with this new truck, there's less people on the road, less chaos going on at the truck stops, less chance of me getting smashed into by other truck drivers or four-wheelers. For me, driving nights, I'd rather deal with a few drunk assholes than 1,000 sober ones. So, I still drive and I still do this job based on comfort, right? Could I work harder? Could I grind harder? Absolutely. Could I make more money? Absolutely. I could set it up to where I got full clock after I drop off a load. I could set it up to where I'm blowing out my trailer instead of getting a trailer wash. I don't really give a shit. Show up, I'll run my whole clock out, deliver something, and have to take a 10-hour break. And it's usually a 14-hour break, because if I ain't got to, I ain't moving until 8 p.m. I drive this truck, and I do this because I'm out here a very long time. I hardly go home, so I do it for the longevity of it, right? I do it to stay out here as long as humanly possible and be as comfortable as long as humanly possible without wanting to go home because I can continue to make money and stack cash. The last 2 years, I started thinking about it for like 15 minutes before I made this video. But for the last 2 years, any hole I've dug for myself, any situation where I've been like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? Hasn't been because Prime hasn't had the money there, because I couldn't make the money. It's always been my own stupid decisions, right? Anytime where I've dug myself into a hole financially or any other situation has been because of me. And it's honestly been the ability to pick up freight and make money as easily as it is for me to make money, to get me out of said holes and out of said situations. Would I change anything? Absolutely not. Not even the bad things, honestly, because I've gotten into some shit out here. And most of that shit has been for a greater good or a greater purpose, and it usually ends in a flaming crash and a fireball of fuckery. But that's okay, because life's about experiences, right? I would rather have an experience and end horribly or stupidly or not the way you'd want it to go than to not have that experience at all. It's in the end, it's what it's all about, right? All your little memories you got in here. I wouldn't change a thing. I still have not thought about going somewhere else or be like, oh, you know, freight's real slow. I haven't been in that situation. And I think in my last, when I did my year review, I said, you know, me and my fleet managers talked maybe 10 minutes total. So after a year, that's probably moved up to about 20 minutes total. It's a very simple process. Trucking, don't matter where you work, doesn't matter what company you're at. I was trying to find a good way to put it. Trucking is as hard or as rough as you make it. The problems in trucking will be as big as you're willing to make them. And sometimes that requires you to put your ass out on line and not deal with something, but to get a load somewhere with minimum downtime. There's two modes in trucking. You can be making money or you can be losing money. That's it. Doesn't matter if you're a company driver, lease driver, own your own shit. You're either hauling a load or you're getting something fixed or you're sitting there waiting on something to get fixed. That's it. So whatever you have to do to be in that first option, hauling loads, making money, the better off you're going to be. Nothing's changed, man. Like I'm still making plenty of money. And like I said, it's only been me. It hasn't been because Prime hasn't been feeding me freight. It hasn't been because the loads pick up or drop off a day or two. Like I don't worry about all that. If I get an extra day or two, cool. I'll go chill out. I'll go relax. I'll go find some stupid shit to get into. That ain't a problem. I'm pretty good at that. I saw somewhere where some guy was joking, but it's true. At least for me, especially in these last 4 months, I have the ability to spend money recklessly. Recklessly. The dumbest ways you could possibly imagine. Burn it. Just burning $100 bills. And still be okay. And I've never been in that situation. And it's actually gotten worse the past 2 or 3 months when I've thought about, like, why am I doing this shit to myself and putting myself in these situations? And then I got to thinking, well, I accomplished everything I've set out to do, and that was get my truck. Like I checked off all the goals I had when I was at Campus Inn 2 years ago. I checked off, do this, do this, do this, do this. So I stopped having a proverbial character chase, a goal. So like when I get some extra money, we'll get into that one day of my making a fortune and about losing it over a month's time, but that ain't the video for today. So what can I do next? You know what I mean? So I've decided my next goal is going to be getting my own numbers. All right, getting my own DOT numbers. I'll still probably do power only. Like, I got to have a goal, and that way I can focus again and get back on the ball and quit acting like an idiot. Because I've noticed when I don't have a goal, when I don't have something to chase, I just start acting like an idiot. It's how I've always been my whole life. So that is my new goal now. Get my own numbers and save up as much money as I can to do that, because the insurance is going to be a bunch of money. Everything's going to be a bunch of money. But that's okay, because I'm burning money anyway. It won't make no difference. At least it'll go into something that's productive and movement, forward momentum. But I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. Prime has treated me very well over these 2 years. It's been at least in my mind, it's been a very healthy relationship. They stay off my back. I try to give them as less shit as I possibly can. I feel like they do the same. I would hope they think, okay, we can give him a load and we ain't got to worry about shit. He'll let us know if something goes wrong. And if he does let us know, then we know that, okay, it's probably a big deal, because he ain't always calling and he's leaving us alone. That's what I would assume. So, but yeah, 2-year review, wouldn't change a thing. The dumbest shit that's happened out here has been because of me and my own decisions. If I haven't had money to eat for a week, it hasn't been because of Prime, it's because of me. Not the smartest man in the world, I've never claimed to be. But the only constant has been, okay, get a load, make some money, and get back up on your feet. Wouldn't change a thing. Wouldn't change a thing. But I need a new goal, so I quit acting like an idiot. The new goal is to get my own numbers. And yeah, 2-year review. Wouldn't change shit. If you're thinking about going somewhere, go. It could go absolutely wrong and you could have the worst time of your life. Or it could go really great and you could be somewhere for 20 years. You ain't gonna know unless you get your ass up off the couch and handle your business and do what you gotta do. Coolest times of my life wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have got my ass up off the couch and got in this truck. So, that's up to you. You can sit around and figure out what you're gonna do all your life, or you can just go do. See where you end up, see where the cards fall. And yeah, so Prime Inc. 2-year review. It's going great. I don't think anyone, like, got a question, I'll answer, but it's about very simple-minded here. It's can't complain, can't find nothing to complain about. And yeah, that's all I got. Look at that. Phone stayed up the whole fucking video. And what do I got? I got like 18,000 miles on the new truck. I'll probably do a Peterbilt review. It'll probably be a video where I'm not sitting in the seat. You can see I got legs and shit, you know what I mean? I'm not just the top half of my body. And don't have nothing to complain about there. The only thing I complain about on that is when you turn the blinker on, the fog lights come on, and I think that's the dumbest shit. It serves no purpose. But other than that, the truck's been running good. Life is good. Only reason it's hasn't been because of my own decisions, not because I ain't got the freight or because of Prime. So, like I said at the beginning, your mileage is going to vary. For as much as I can say everything's going well, there's people every day on the little Prime Facebook page that are turning their truck in and selling all their shit because it's just not working out. But you could say that for every other company under the sun. There you go. Catch y'all in another month, maybe it'd be sooner, I don't know. Only thing's for sure, there's nothing for sure. Y'all have a good one. Tiptoe 10-4, I'm gone. Y'all be safe.